Good morning, everyone. Let us all bow down to Shri Mataji, raise our kundalini, and put on our bandhans. Shri Mataji. I don't wish to speak very much this morning, so we'll be putting on a short meditation with music and mantras. Shri Shakti Mataji, Shri Mataji, Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji, Shri Mataji, Namo Namaha. Should be feeling a little bit more relaxed and in a meditative mood. Now for the talk today, I thought going straight to the top, the Sahasrara, put our attention there. Listen to a talk from 1999 in Kabbalah. Our awareness has to become Param Chaitanya.
Today, we have gathered here to do the Sahasrara Puja. Sahasrara, the word Sahasra, in Sanskrit language means 1,000. And there are 1,000 petals in our brain which get enlightened. Of course, the doctors are quarreling on that point, but forget about that. Now these petals are kept ready for our enlightenment. And these are really the nerves, 1,000 nerves, which are there for the enlightenment of the brain. So when the Kundalini rises, she enlightens those 1,000 nerves which become like as you see here, the shape of these flames, like a petal. And that's why it is called as Sahasrara, the center of Sahasrara. In the human beings, it is a very important center, because this is the only center by which we think and we try to stop whatever we don't like. This is the center which reacts in such a manner that without any discretion we start saying no to this, no to that. On small things also, like somebody might say, I don't like this carpet, I don't like this house, I don't like that. This language itself shows that who are you? First find out. But you cannot become yourself unless and until this Sahasrara, this brain is opened out and the Kundalini becomes with the one with the Param Chaitanya. Before that, you are in complete ignorance about what is good and what is bad. Whatever you think for this brain is good, you do it. But whatever is really good, you do not know. Because you do not know the reality. Now we have to understand the consciousness that we have. Consciousness of being alive, consciousness of so many things we have. And the so-called knowledge we have about everything. All that consciousness is stored near the liver, for your information, by this diaphragm. But then this consciousness starts rising, higher and higher. Then you become aware. In the evolutionary process, you become aware of things. Without going through your brain, you just become aware. And how? Not by thinking, not by understanding or seeing, but you become aware because your brain has now started working in a manner that's very, very sensitive. So you just become aware of some sort of a fear or maybe some sort of a goodness or anything. But it goes even further. The growth of consciousness, which becomes aware, goes further, where you start liking a person or disliking a person. But still it's nothing definite and sure. You dislike a person, because he has a particular type of a face, maybe eyes or one may be, or maybe because you have known somebody who has been very nice. So you start transferring that image onto others. With these transferred images, you can hate or love someone. Then you start saying, I hate this, I hate that, which has no actually substantial meaning. You hate it because perhaps maybe such and such person looks like somebody. Now you go further with it, then you see that such and such person, now I'm not talking about things but about persons. Such and such person has done this harm to me, something positive. So you start feeling that you should hate that. Now you start hating that person. With that hatred, you develop new faculties how to harm that person. Then you start thinking how to destroy that person, how to make his life miserable. Then you may beat that person, you may shout at that person, you may try to kill that person, you can do anything. So now the awareness is going towards other direction, which is darkness, which is not light. Because in the light you won't do such a thing. In the light you see everybody is sitting, you know how far you are, where you are sitting. If you want to go out, you know how to walk out. But when in the darkness you are there, you just don't understand. And you go on behaving in a manner which cannot be explained otherwise, except that because you are a human being. Animals don't do that. Animals have limitation. The animals, if they find something wrong, something absolutely harmful to them, then they will attack or run away. But they do not carry a kind of a hatred or anything, but they can carry the impression of fear, could be of some sort of a harm done to them. But human beings are not like that. Human beings don't have any particular reason as such to hate someone. But why it works out? Because they are involved in their ego. Egoistical person feels that he has a right to do what he wants to do. He can kill anybody, he can bomb anyone, he can do whatever he does. But a person who is not doing that, is the other way around, is frightened, is afraid of someone. Now the awareness moves on. This is a subtler awareness, because if you are afraid of somebody, you would not like to go to his house, you will avoid him in the street. All things you can do. So all this kind of knowledge about other human beings also accumulates in your mind. Then this thing starts working on a collective level. Because you think this group is very bad, they are good, these are bad, they are excellent, like that. It works on. In your own mind, you think that somebody has a group and the other group is better or that group is better. And collectively then you start working out your whole temperament, your awareness. Like once people decide that, say, for example, that black people are to be finished. So all the white people can join together. Or like at the time of Hitler, he decided that all other human beings but Germans were useless. So he gathered people around his thought and ideas, and this collective awareness just comes to, I don't know how, but it enters into the minds of men. They never challenge it, they never ask it whether it is correct or not. So this grows more and more and more, and then it becomes like a country-wise, you can say, an awareness of this kind of a feeling. But whether it is correct or not is not understood, is not known. So what is important that you should know reality, you should know exactly what is right and what is wrong. For that, as I told you, there is this great power of Kundalini within. She is the one, she passes through all these centers, enlightens them first. So your awareness gets enlightened. And when she pierces through Sahasrara, she joins you to this all-pervading power, which is knowledge, which is love, which is truth. So after that you immediately know. Some people don't know immediately, but some people do. That what we have been thinking so far of separating ourselves from others by thinking they are not all right, they are wrong, they are whatever it is, this disappears. This disappears completely. And then you realize that your awareness itself is dominated by so many other circumstances. For example, where you were born, what your parents taught you, what experiences you have had. And then you realize that it was all wrong because it's not reality. Whatever feelings you have, whatever ideas you have about another person or about other nation, all of them are not correct. Because now your Sahasrara is awakened, that it is connected now to the all-pervading power. So this starts flowing into you. This, I should say, enlightened awareness. It starts flowing down into your being, in your brain, and then on your nerves. You can feel that awareness. Now, once you want to know about something, whether it is right or wrong, absolute right and wrong, it's not question of relative. You just have to put your hands towards that person or towards that thing or whatever it is. Immediately on these vibrations you will know. So what are these vibrations? This Parama Chaitanya, we call it Brahma Chaitanya, which starts flowing through your fingertips. Now you start feeling what chakras they are catching, whether they are right or wrong. And your discretion improves immensely. The brain, which was putting you in delusions and wrong type of life, immediately corrects itself. For example, I am walking in a place with my eyes closed, and there is a big ditch. I can't see it. I am just walking, and suddenly I open my eyes and see the ditch. Immediately I know it's wrong and I give up and come on. In the same way it happens to you. When your Sahasrara is enlightened, whatever you had gathered knowledge, whatever you think was right, whatever was your dream and your aims of life, all these aspirations, they melt away. And then you take to reality and you start seeing the reality of everything. Unless and until you see that reality, you will be going with other crowd. These people are saying so, so let's do that. They are saying so, so let's do that. But you cannot see whether it is correct or not, is good for you or not, or whether it is going to help you. This kind of thing is so common in the whole world, and that's why there is so much problem. Because they don't know the reality. Once you know the reality, most of the problems can be finished. Because this brain itself is creating problems. First of all, it commits all kinds of atrocities, violence, everything. Then it also justifies itself. And then it does even worse things. All this, they used to call it as sin. But now in Sahaja Yoga, that's finished. Whatever your brain was contaminated with is now cleansed. It has got the knowledge. And through the knowledge, you can make out what is right and what is wrong. Up to this point is all right. But then you must have full understanding that whatever right is right and whatever wrong is wrong, and we should not do anything that is wrong, always do the right. You have to decide on that point. Now we have to do the right only, never the wrong. This, when it comes to your mind, then what starts is your determination, what we call as devotion, dedication, surrender. With that, you give up all your false ideas and all your false pride, all other things that you have been doing so far, and immediately you become a different person, a beautiful person. Now the third thing that happens to you, which never happened to you before, that you feel that unless and until I give the same state to other people, it won't be all right. It won't be all right for me to talk to them. So you start talking to your brothers, sisters, then you start talking to other people, then you start talking to whole nation. You can talk about such. That I have gained so much, I have got these things. So now, why not you take it? But to expect that by talking, by discussion, by arguments, by sermoning, they will never take. Because their brain, as I told you, is just the same, still full of ignorance. So what you have to do is to raise their kundalini. Once you raise their kundalini and their brain opens, then they are on the same line as yourself. They don't have to worry about what is good and what is bad. They know themselves. Now that is what is very important. To correct this world is very important, that you all should know what is right and what is wrong. And you have a vehicle of Parama Chaitanya to know what is wrong and what is right. Now this trend starts moving, and as you see, there are so many people today with their open Sahasrara. So opening Sahasrara was the most important part of the evolutionary process. All the evolution process brought human beings to what level? We had wars, we had all kinds of silly programs by which we really ruined so many countries, so many people. Now when you are one with that all-pervading power, it's a pure power. It's a nirmal power. Absolutely pure power. That gives you complete sense and complete understanding as to how you should move, how you should live, and what you should have. This is what is self-realization, they say. But I would say that self-realization is much further than that. Even if your brain is enriched by the knowledge, the real knowledge, still there are other things which you should have. And the most important thing is that you have to be completely aware, again I say word aware, of where you stand in this big plan of world global transformation. What is your position? What are you supposed to do for this global transformation? What is your position? Where do you stand? What is the work for you to be done? Now you've got this compulsion on you that I have to do something. When this compulsion starts working on you, which is not dreadful, which is not annoying, but very peaceful and joyful. It says that I have to see that others also know themselves. So to know themselves is, first of all, you must know your own chakras. Yes, many people get their realization, I know, very quickly, but they do not settle down with their chakras. They have to see to their chakras why you have problems on your chakras. They will know they have problems, but they still go on without paying attention or without looking at it. To them it is a kind of a, by the way, you can say, that these problems are with me, it doesn't matter. But what does it matter as long as I am working out Sahaja? It is not only for others but for yourself also. It is important that you should get your chakras corrected. That's the most important thing for you, and then you will have self-knowledge. In the sense you will know what is the defect. Where is the defect? What am I doing wrong? What should I do? And then when you correct it, when you correct those centers, then your awareness, I would say, will be really fully enlightened about all the work. That's a tremendous thing. It's very tremendous. Because if you have to transform this mad world into something very sane, and if you have to give them all self-realization, imagine the task, how great it is, how many people we need to do it. But if your willpower is strong about it, and you feel compelled to do it. But normally, you see, we are compelled because we have to run our houses, we have to earn money, we have to do this, we have to do that. That you can do. But main object of your life is to transform people and to work it out, this transformation for the global peace. I don't know it has been predicted or not.
We'll leave that talk there. There's about another 10 minutes or so. If you wish, I'll post it and you can listen to the rest later. Now, let us all settle down into meditation. I'll put on some music, a bhajan, and just enjoy. Thank you for all joining in this morning. May we go forth in this new vibratory awareness. Jai Shri Mataji.